Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe, and you're here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether there is probable cause against you for what you've been charged with today. Probable cause just means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. In all likelihood, you were arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you were supposed to be given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. At this time that you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty, innocent of what you've been charged with. That will stay with you through every stage of these proceedings unless it's changed by you when you plea out or the state attorney's office when they prove the charge against you. I will determine this morning whether you would like to hire a private attorney, represent yourself, or whether you qualify for a public defender. I'll also make sure that you have the opportunity to make a phone call. If you haven't made a phone call yet, please let me know. We'll make sure that happens today. Finally, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there's an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything you say. So please don't talk about the facts of your case today. That's not what this hearing is for. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Swear from the testimony before the court this morning will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. All right, put your hands down. As I call your name, please come to the podium. The first case I'm going to call is Christine Adams. Hi, Miss Adams. What's your date of birth?
12/17/95.
All right, you're here this morning for resisting or obstructing an officer without violence. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'll represent myself.
Okay, speak into the microphone. I can't hear you.
I'll represent myself.
All right, state.
No prior.
All right, currently your bond is $1,000. Miss Adams, how long have you lived in Brooksville?
3 years.
Okay, you have a job?
No.
You're going to set your bond at $500. We're going to see you back to court on August 9th at 9 a.m. Danielle Halbert. Hey, Daniel. Hi, Daniel. What's your date of birth?
12/8/5.
All right, you're here this morning for a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire a private attorney? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I can't hear you, sir.
Public defender.
Okay, I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Not much in this state. We have 2001 DUI, 2011 simple possession, violation of probation, public intoxication, 2015. I think these are in Kentucky and Tennessee. I think there might be another DUI back in 1991, but that's pretty old. That's all I can find right now.
Okay. Mr. Halbert, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
About a year.
Okay, where'd you live before that?
Marion County.
You got a job?
Retired.
All right, for the burglary of a dwelling, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. And for the grand theft auto, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Comer. If you're unable to bond out, the PD's office will come out and see you, okay? Tiffany Phelps. Ms. Phelps, what's your date of birth?
6/18/88.
All right, you're here this morning for possession of controlled substance and possession of marijuana. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Hickman on July 5th, so there is probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire a private attorney, or do you want the public defender's office?
I'm probably going to hire a private attorney, but I'd like to go ahead and fill out for a public defender.
Okay. I'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
in front of Judge Hitzman. The arrest date's way before this happened, so there shouldn't be an RCO. We had DUI in 2007. I'm not sure the disposition on that. Bunch of dismissed retail thefts in the year 2000. Resisting in 2007 in another state. Not sure the disposition on that. There's a conviction in 2007. Sorry. Lots of dismissed worthless checks in 2010. There's a failure to appear in Wisconsin. And there's a conviction of a worthless check in, not sure what year that is. These are all in Wisconsin. 2010, there's a failure to report to county jail. That's all I can find.
Okay. All right, Ms. Phelps, do you live in Hernando County?
Yes, I've lived here much of my life.
All right. You ever lived in Wisconsin?
Yes, I did live in Wisconsin.
All right.
I went there with my husband, but I left him
Okay.
a long time ago.
Okay. All right. You got a job?
No, I was supposed to start work this week.
Okay. All right, currently your bonds are $2,000 for each case. I'm going to go ahead and keep the possession of controlled substance at $2,000 and set the possession of marijuana at $500. It's a total of $2,500, okay? I'll see you back in court on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. If you're unable to bond out, the PD will come out and see you. If you do bond out, you need to make sure to get in touch with your public defender, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Dominic Shores. Hi, Mr. Shores. What's your date of birth?
5/28/88.
All right. You're here this morning for quite a few things. Let's take them one at a time. The first thing is the failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt on June 30th. How long were you in the custody of the Pasco County Sheriff's Office?
Since Thursday.
Okay.
Judge, I've been told that these are no bond FTAs. However, the state attorney has agreed not to RCO him on these new cases or his old cases.
Okay. So for this first one, it is a failure to appear. Judge Merritt has asked for no bond because it looks like we score out to about 35 months. The Department of Corrections on the lowest part of the guidelines. To keep that as no bond at this time. We're going to see you back to court for that on August 22nd at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. You also had a failure to appear on another case, 2016-709. That no bond at this time, and that's for an arson charge. And we're going to see you back to court for that on August 22nd at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt. And then we also had you transported today for a hearing. Gail, he's supposed to be here for a hearing today, this afternoon. Do you have that?
Yes, we do.
Okay, you'll be transferred over to the courthouse today for a hearing in another case in front of Judge Merritt. So, public defender's office will be out to talk to you. Okay?
All right.
Daryl Denny.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Denny. You're here this morning for driving while your license was suspended or revoked. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself?
Ma'am, hold up. I do not possess a Florida license. I have a valid Wisconsin license. Why this DUI and everything that I got, which I just paid $6,000 to Hernando County to get my DUI, my assessment classes in Wisconsin, my SR-22 insurance, $1,400 worth of fines in Hernando County. I only visit here. I don't live in Florida. I live in Wisconsin. I have handed the officer a valid Wisconsin driver's license. Why am I coming up showing I have a Florida license? I relinquished my Florida license when I went to prison in 2008, and never since then have I had a Florida license. Where are you guys coming up with a Florida license?
Are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
What am I being arrested for? I have a valid license. I have a valid license.
I'll put you down as self-represented at this time. Sir, I have a copy of your driving record in front of me. It indicates that there's about 7 or 8. Do you want the answer to your question, or you want to keep
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, keep chatting? Okay. You show 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unpaid tickets. Unpaid
They're all
tickets.
paid. I just paid them all.
Sir, this isn't the time to have your trial.
They're not showing paid, okay? That's probable cause. I'll put you as self-represented. I'm going to keep your bond at $10,000. And we're going to see you back to court on August 9th at 9 a.m. Ronald Deary. Mr. Deary, what's your date of birth?
6/21/79.
All right, you're here this morning for driving while your license is suspended or revoked. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself, or private counsel, or do you want the public defender's office?
Represent myself.
All right. All right, the bond on that is currently $1,000. I'm going to keep the bond at $1,000. I'm going to see you back to court August 9th at 9 a.m. Don't go anywhere. You have a bunch of other stuff going on here. You're also here for a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself on those as well?
Public defender.
Yeah. Provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you on those. State, does he have a prior record?
We pulled on marijuana possession 2004. There's some out of state stuff. Give me a second here. There we go. Burglary and criminal trespassing in 99 in Pennsylvania, forgery in 98, and receiving stolen property in Pennsylvania. Theft by deception, 98. So they're all pretty old. There's a DUI back in 97 as well.
This would have been when he was a juvenile, I think.
Yeah, 97.
Mr. Erie, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
Since 03.
Okay. You got a job?
Yeah, I'm self-employed, yep.
Doing what?
I do landscape work.
Okay. All right. I'm going to keep the burglary of the dwelling at $10,000, and I'm going to set the grand theft auto at $5,000. And then you also have another case here, burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft auto. I did find probable cause for both of those. We're going to set the burglary of the dwelling. We're going to keep that at $10,000. Grand theft auto is going to be $1,000. You're going to come back for all of these cases, all these felonies, on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Toner. If you're unable to bond out, the public defender's office will come out and see you, okay?
Yeah, I don't understand. Why is there 2 grand theft autos there? Is there 2 of each?
Yes.
I don't understand how that happened.
The 2 separate cars.
Nah, that didn't happen.
Okay. Well, you can talk to your public defender about that. I'm going by the probable cause affidavit that I have, okay?
All right.
All right. Christopher Vigio.
What was the date on that, Judge? The felony?
August 14th, I believe.
Thank you.
Mr. Riggio, what's your date of birth?
11/16/84.
All right, you're here this morning for an aggravated battery. The current bond is $10,000. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Eineman on July 11th, so there is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? You're going to hire somebody? Or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, please.
Provision appoints the public defender to represent you. State.
We've got a pending battery in front of Judge Hitzman, but it occurred on the same date as this one, so there's
Okay.
no need for an RCO. And then I believe there is, you had a prior DUI in 2014.
Okay. All right, Mr. Riggio, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
Hernando County. My parents have lived here for a few years. I traveled back and forth. I used to with my ex-girlfriend.
Okay. You have a job?
I actually did just obtain one yesterday. I doubt I have it today when I was supposed to show up for work.
Okay. All right. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000 on this case. As a condition of bond, we're going to hold you till 4 o'clock. Well, no, it's not domestic, so I'm not going to hold you till 4. As a condition of bond, I want you to have no contact with Max Gabarro, the victim in this case. Do not write him, do not call him, do not text him, do not go anywhere near him. You see Max somewhere, turn around and go the other way, okay?
He does live 2 houses away from my house.
Okay. Are you telling me that you can't stay away from him?
No, I didn't know if you were aware of that.
Okay, well, I'm aware now, but I don't see why that means you have to have contact with him. If you do have
I don't
contact
have to
with
have
him,
contact with him.
then you're going to be held no bond until this case is resolved. Don't have contact with him, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll see you back to court on August 14th at 8:30 a.m.
May I ask you one question?
Sure.
I have 6 witnesses that the cops will not take testimony for. Why is that? Because he claimed they were biased.
So you have you wanted the public defender, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Then the public defender.
I'm still waiting to hear from
They're
him
going to meet
since-
with you and they're going to look into that for you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Jesse Rodriguez. Hi, Jesse. What's your date of birth?
4/3/83.
All right. I have a driving on suspended arrest here for you. I do find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself on this? Do you want to hire somebody, or you want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office.
Provision point the public defender to represent you. I'm going to set the bond on that at $1,000, and we're going to see you back to court on that on August 14th at 8:30 in the morning. I also have for you a burglary of a dwelling and a grand theft auto. The bonds are currently $10,000 and $2,000. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want the public defender's office on those cases as well? Yeah, okay. Provision appoints the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Contributing to the delinquency of a minor in 2005. Possession of cannabis, 2009. Grand theft, 2014. Number of Pasco warrants. Position Willis second in 2015. Possession of controlled substance, 2015. And that's all I can find right now.
Okay. All right. Mr. Rodriguez, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
14, 15 years now.
Okay, speaking to the microphone, I can't hear you.
About 15 years now.
All right, you got a job?
No, ma'am.
All right. You got any family here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, for the burglary of the dwelling, I'm going to keep the bond at $10,000. Grand theft auto, I'm set the bond at $1,000. We're going to see you back to court on August 14th at 8:30 in the morning for that, okay?
Yeah.
If you're not able to bond out, the PD will come out and see you soon.
Yeah.
Gary Rustad. Mr. Rusted, what's your date of birth?
11/18/59.
Okay, you're here today for a domestic battery. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender?
Eventually, I will hire my own attorney for today's purposes. I think I can represent myself.
You're going to represent yourself for now?
I don't think there's much on my record other than this one thing.
Okay, I'll put you down as self-represented. State, does he have anything on his record?
Misdemeanor assault on a family member that was dismissed in 2007, and that's all I can find.
Okay. All right, right now you have no bond because it's a domestic battery, and that's pursuant to statute, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond of $500 on this case.
Also in Wisconsin.
As a condition of bond, I'm going to hold you until 4 p.m. in case the victim in this case must file an injunction against you. Also, as a condition of bond, I'm going to order no contact with the victim. Do not write, do not call, do not text, don't do anything on social media. Any way that you can think of having contact with Cheryl, don't do it. If you see her out somewhere, go out and turn around and go the other way. Don't have any contact with her, okay?
Judge, she lives in my house.
Well, then you can't be there. You need to find someplace else to go. Do you have another place to go?
Actually, I guess I'll find one.
Okay, because if not, we have a place for you right there. Okay, so if you bond out, you're going to have absolutely no contact with her. If you do have contact with her, you're going to be in violation of my order, and you're going to be held no bond until this case is resolved. Do you understand?
Understood.
Okay. I'll see you back to court on August 9th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Aaron Saunders. Good morning, Mr. Saunders. Mr. Church, or Mr. Embark, can you guys give me any authority whatsoever as to why Mr. Saunders was not given a bond on these cases? As to why he was held illegally last night with no bond on those.
Not right now. I'm unable to give you any authority on that.
Mr. Saunders, what's your date of birth?
438.
Okay, speak into the microphone. I can hear you.
43084.
All right, you're here. We're going through your cases one by one. The first is a grand theft. The officer gave you no bond. That is not the scheduled bond on this case. However, I did find probable cause for that. For all of these cases, do you want to represent yourself? Are you going to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender in all of your cases, okay? Can you tell me about his prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. That I can. I have 10 failure to appears listed on the cover sheet. I'm not sure if they were ever filed on. Otherwise, I'm unable to find any other criminal history.
Okay. He might have an open case. I might want to look into it, but he's entitled to a bond on all of these cases. So for the grand theft, I'm going to give you a bond of $10,000 on that. We're going to see you back to court on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. Next case I have is a criminal mischief and a resisting an officer without violence. You were given no bond on those. I did find probable cause for those. I'm going to set the bond at $2,000 each on those. I've appointed the public defender, and we're going to see you back to court on August 9th at 9 a.m. Next case I have is defrauding a pawnbroker and dealing in stolen property. You were also given no bond on those. I did find probable cause for those. I'm going to set the bond at $2,000 each. I've appointed the public defender, and we'll see you back in court August 14th at 8:30 a.m. There's another case of defrauding the pawnbroker and dealing in stolen property. You were given no bond on those. I did find probable cause. I'm going to set the bond at $2,000 each. We're going to see you back to court on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. There's another defrauding a pawnbroker and dealing in stolen property. You were given no bond on each of these. I did find probable cause. I'm going to set the bond at $2,000 each. We're going to see you back to court on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. It's another defrauding a pawnbroker and dealing stolen property. You were given no bond on these. I'm going to set the bond at $2,000 each charge. I did find probable cause. I'm going to see you on August 14th at 8:30 a.m. for this. The last charge is an escape. They gave you a bond on that one for $15,000. I did find probable cause. Keep that at $15,000. And does he have an open case?
It looks like he was trying to escape custody. He escaped custody after he was already arrested.
Right, but I thought he had. I thought for sure he had an open case.
He's got an open misdemeanor case, 2017 MM 423. I'm not aware of the incident date on that.
Okay, well.
It could be. I'll let the misdemeanor attorney know, see if they want to do a MM on or
Well, it's a
RCO on it.
Madam Clerk, that's an open case, 17 MM 423.
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Okay. It's an open case. Clearly, at least the escape was committed while he was out on bond. So what's going to happen, Mr. Sanders, is because you have an open case, is that a Judge Hitzman case? Or?
Yes, it is.
Okay. In front of Judge Hitzman, pursuant to Florida Statute 903.0471, I'm going to revoke your bond on that case. I'm going to hold you without bond on that case until you resolve your case. But all the other bonds and all your other cases stand, okay? We're going to see you back to court on all those cases. You have a public defender to represent you. We'll see you back in court August 14th. If you're, the public defender will come out and see you soon, okay? Colin Smiley.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Smiley, what's your date of birth?
1489.
You're here today for a violation of probation.
Yes, ma'am.
I did find probable cause for that. Do you want the public defender to represent you on this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. Right now there's no bond on this. I'm going to see you back to court August 14th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Brian Street.
Morning.
Mr. Street, what's your date of birth?
5/15/86.
All right, you're here this morning for 3 charges of burglary of a dwelling, of criminal mischief, and a petty theft. I did find probable cause for all of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody?
Public defender, please.
Public defender, okay. I'll provisionally appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Steve?
Went home on a possession of alprazolam in 2016. Willis 2016. That's all I can find here.
Okay. All right, how long have you lived in Hernando County, Brian?
Since 97.
All right, you got a job?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to work on this day that you committed this. That's what you were where you were trying to get, right? What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
All right. All right, for the burglary of a dwelling, I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. For the criminal mischief, I'm going to keep it at $500. And for the petty theft, I'm going to keep it at $500. We're going to see you back to court on these cases on August 4th at 8:30 in the morning. Get in touch with your public defender, okay?
Thank you.
John Taylor. Mr. Taylor, what's your date of birth?
Yes. 4/21/92.
Okay. You're here today for a failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt on June 29th for dealing in stolen property. So there's probable cause for your arrest. He's asked for a bond of $7,500 in that case. I'm going to keep that at $7,500, and we're going to see you back to court on August 22nd at 9 a.m. for that. There's also another case of failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt on the same date for fraudulent use of a credit card. He's asked for a bond of $5,000 on that. We're going to keep that $5,000 at this time. We're going to see you back to court August 14th at 8:30 a.m. Did you have the public defender representing you on these cases?
Yes.
Do you want to continue with the public defender?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make sure you still have them. You want to get in touch with your public defender and find out what's going to happen in court next week, okay?
What date should I miss? Going to the date?
June
My
29th.
court. June 29th?
Yes.
Okay.
All right?
Your Honor, can we move both of his cases to the Judge Toner docket? If that's possible. Or to the Judge Merritt Jr. docket, I mean.
That's what he's on.
Well, the 8/14 date is going to be in front of Toner then.
Oh, they had Judge Merritt's name written on there. Does he have Judge Merritt?
I think that might be.
One, Your Honor, and the other one he has two.
Okay, so which one do we want?
Which one is the earlier case? 504 is the earliest case.
They look like both failure to appear in front of Judge Merritt.
The 504 is the chance. Is that
Okay. I mean, he signed the warrants, so.
And the warrants as well. If we can move them both to Judge Toner, I think we'll straighten it out. There might be co-defendants involved in this, but if we can just move them to Toner.
so you don't want
the
the merits on the other one?
Let's move them both to 8/14 in front of Judge Toner for now.
Okay, so on Mr. Taylor's case, both of his cases are going to be moved to August 14th at 8:30 in the morning in front of Judge Toner. If you give me the page feedback on initial change. Demetrius Henley. Demetrius, what's your date of birth?
10/31/86.
All right, you're here this morning for a grand theft auto and refusal to sign a citation. I did find probable cause. Do you want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the PD?
PD.
Provision by the Public Defender's Office, state.
Just a long form. Let's see, fraudulent use of a credit card, 2007. Fleeing to elude, 2005. Uttering a forged instrument and resisting, 2005. Also got a pending misdemeanor, 2017 MM 2250 in front of you.
For what?
Resisting without. And he's got a criminal mischief in 2017 as well that he pled to.
Okay. Mr. Henley, how long have you lived in Hernando County?
11 years.
Got a job?
I'm out.
All right. Going to set the bond on the grand theft auto at $2,000. The refusal to sign and keep it $500. You also have an open case. It looks like 2017 MM2250, pursuant to Florida statute 903.0471. I'm going to revoke your bond on that case. We're going to hold you without bond until that case is resolved because you were out on bond and you committed other crimes. So we're going to see you back to court on these cases on August 14th at 8:30 in the morning.
Ma'am. Judge lady? Ma'am? Can I say something?
We already are.
I was in, he came and brought it to me while I was locked up. I already been incarcerated. That was something they brought to me to the jail.
Okay, say that again. I didn't understand anything you just said.
The grand theft auto, they brought that to me to jail. I was already incarcerated since 6/26.
Okay.
I haven't got out.
Okay. Well, your public defender is going to look into that for you. He's writing down everything that you just said, and they're going to come out and see you and talk to you about that, okay? I'm not your defense attorney. I can't present your defenses. All I'm here for today is to find probable cause, okay?
Okay.
All right. Matthew Snyder. Mr. Snyder, what's your date of birth?
8287.
Okay, you're here this morning for a loitering and prowling charge. I did find probable cause. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
A provision appoints the public defender's office. The bond is $500. I'm just going to keep that at $500. We're going to see you back to court August 9th of 2017 for that one. And then we have other charges here: possession of controlled substance, sale of a controlled substance, and unlawful use of two-way communication device. I did find probable cause for those, and it's based on a warrant signed by me on May 8th, 2017. Did you want the public defender on those as well?
Yeah.
All right. Provision appoints the public defender's office. State, do you have a record?
Yeah, withhold on possession of cannabis in 2012. Possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, guilty on that, 2012. Larceny and petty theft, 2015. Willis, 2015. Unlawful possession of a personal identification, 2015. Failure to appear and possession of a controlled substance, 2015. Another failure to appear in 2016 with grand theft as well and obstructing.
Okay. All right, Mr. Snyder, I'm going to keep your bonds the same on this, 2,000, 2,000, and 5,000. I was considering lowering them, but based on your record of failure to appear and your failure to comply with law enforcement officers, I'm not going to do that. We're going to see you back to court on all these cases on August 14th at 8:30 in the morning. Extra page 3 here. Does he have another PC affidavit that I need? Is that all you guys have for him?
That's all I have.
Okay. All right, did we get everyone out of jail?
Thank you.
We have an April Hankins that was requested for first appearance.
What do we have? Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. Matthew on behalf of April Hankins. Judge, she's here on a violation of probation on a reckless driving that was reduced from a DUI. She also has a new charge of providing a false name to a law enforcement officer. To negotiate with the state attorney's office, Ms. Hankins is going to admit to the violation and have no contest plea on the new charges. She has 11 days credit time served on the false name and 13 days on the reckless driving. Now it's just terminate her probation. Obviously, she needs to pay the fine and do DUI school in order for her to never drive again.
I don't have that docket with me. Can you give me the paper?
Yes, Judge. The new case is 2017 MM2522. The old case is 2016 CT2763.
So what is the predisposition?
Judge, it's 11 days on the misdemeanor and 13 days on the violation of probation, the CT case.
And she has 11 days?
She has, yes, correct, Judge. Correct. So she would be out today.
Okay. All right. Is that your understanding, State?
Yes, Your Honor, and I have spoken to probation regarding this.
Okay. All right. Ms. Hankins, raise your right hand for me.
Can I affirm?
I'm sorry?
Can I affirm?
Yes. Raise your right hand. Swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I affirm.
Okay. All right. State your name.
My name's April Hankins.
All right, Ms. Hankins, you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, that you're giving up a right to have a hearing?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up a right to have the state prove that you violated your probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. In 2016 CT2763, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I accept your admission. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you. That was the 13.
13,
So
correct.
13 days in Hernando County Jail. She has 11 days.
Well, she has 13. She had 2 days already,
Okay.
Judge.
You have 13 days credit for time served, okay? For the new charge, what was the new charge?
It's a false name to a law enforcement officer.
All right. For the new charge of false name to a law enforcement officer, you understand by pleading to this case today that you are giving up the right to go to trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're giving up rights to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, with regard to providing false names to law enforcement officer, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
I will do no contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily given. I adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 11 days Hernando County Jail, 11 days credit for time served. You're going to have fines and court costs an amount of $503. I think it is $503 for that case.
No, it's coming up on mine tomorrow, but I think you can transfer the hit.
You just need to make your way down to the clerk's office and make payment arrangements for that when you get out, okay?
Which one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Hankins, you should be releasable today, okay?
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The original
That's fine.
How much is it?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.